Welcome back to Kamen Rider Review, episode number 73. Once again, 5 episodes discussed for Kamen Rider Skyrider, episodes 36 to 40. The reason why I'm going to 40 instead of doing, let's say 39, because basically 39 is actually part 1 of a two-parter. Yeah, these are your multi-parters this one. You have a two-parter for 36 and 37, where you have Skyrider team with Kamen Rider number 2. And he teams up with him again in episodes 39 and 40. Yep, and by the way, in the case of episode 38, it's stronger. And unlike last time, you actually see the actual frickin' actor outside of his frickin' suit. This I thought was kind of weird though, because his voice sounds completely different in his previous appearance prior to this one, because basically he had a very deep voice, and I can clearly tell that's not Joe. This one definitely is Joe. The whole thing in the case of these two episodes, mostly put in the case 36-37, it's mostly about people being turned into trees, and apparently how basically Skyrider gets informed about this is that the brother of one of his classmates from college gets informed about this, and she's forced to cooperate with him because in order to prevent the students or her students from being hurt. Yeah, that's simply the reason for it. Yep. And it's a very good two-parter involving basically a plant woman. Yes, a plant woman who spreads seed. Now, apparently the plant woman herself was somebody that apparently Hayato was basically following. And eventually leads to this. It's a very good two-parter. I appreciate. Now, it's a very small-scale operation, but definitely some quite serious. In the case of episode 38, the whole thing of this one is that, we had this mysterious security company offering 1 million yen to travel overseas to be a guard. That sounds like a good salary. And it turns out, nope, it's just basically a plot by Neo Shocker. We even see the sole appearance of Dr. Meteor. By the way, this is the episode features Stronger. And this is actually the first time we see Joe outside of his suit. First time since the end of Stronger. And he's not wearing a shirt with the letter S on it. Because if you ever watch if anybody's ever watched Kamen Rider Stronger, every episode Joe appeared, he always wore pretty much the same exact shirt. A shirt with an S on it. The only difference is that he changes colors, and he wore this jacket with his flower on the back. Here, he doesn't wear that jacket anymore. Nope. Doesn't wear the S. He dresses like one of those old retired sailors with a white turtleneck shirt, blue Tsuko jacket. It's almost like he's retired, who just happens to be brought every time because basically evil is afoot. That's really how it is here. And now one thing I do appreciate over this one is that he actually says his speech he said like almost every episode of Skyrider. Like, heavens call upon me, the earth calls upon me, the people call my name is Kamen Rider Stronger. I appreciate the fact they included that, and including also his transmission sequence. There is one small change they made to it. They edited out the sequence where he takes off his glove to show off his middle hands. Fun fact, he is actually, of all the Showa Kamen Riders I've seen, he is the only one not to have regular hands. He has metal hands. So a lot of people see him, he wears gloves. Pretty much all the time people see him, he wears gloves because of his hands. Oddly enough, now here's the strange thing also about this series, there's no mention of Tsutomu Tabata, his old mentor. There's no mention of him at all. Not really. Because, of course, basically the current mentor kind of fills his role, and because he pops up in the very next one. So, and also in the case of both the two times, the Kamen Rider number 2 he appears, they actually included the opening theme song from his show for his fight sequence, which I thought was so awesome. I know it's a song from his show. It's the instrumental version of the theme song from the original Kamen Rider TV show. That's simply what it is, and I appreciate it included as a signature fight sequence. They've included this also, I believe also when he showed up in that big, humongous eight rider battle two-parter for episode 27, 28, when V3 showed up, they actually included his song too, which I thought was so awesome. Stronger's, well, his song is not really noteworthy, but it's surprising they included. But I'm glad they included pretty much everything else. It's almost like Joe's episode was like a love letter to his series. Do I think this episode for his was like, oh, like him just having some stuff, like a leftover script from his stuff just rewritten for Skyrider? Not necessarily this one, and not necessarily in the case of the 2 times that we have friend number 2 show up. Second time, it's more relaxed setting at a hotel of all things, because usually whenever the Kamen show up in this show, usually they just happen to be watching Skyrider and they help him out. Here, like, oh look, it's Kamen number 2 out of his suit. And like within the first 5 minutes of the episode, as a matter of fact, Neo Shocker in episode 35 does not show up almost halfway through the episode. I'm not kidding about that. It's almost halfway in, and I'm like, where the heck is Neo Shocker? Oh, there they are. And what's their dastardly plan for episode 39 and 40? Steal this evil jewel from this dancer who right number 2 is being a bodyguard for, and since he kind of failed his job and being a bodyguard, I'm surprised he wasn't fired for this. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't fired for this, but he wasn't. And of course, also, the girl gets kidnapped, along with several other girls, get turned into a zombie, and of course, they're free by the beginning of the 2-parter. And by the way, in the case of the 2 monsters, Urchin is actually killed by Ray number 2, which makes him the second monster in the series to get killed by not Skyrider. And of course, the Turtle Priest, he gets killed by, of course, Skyrider. Oh, in case you're curious though, what happens to that Meteor? Why in the World 30 is his only appearance? Because he's killed by Stronger. Not by a kick, by using his electric thing. Because he's evil, so he just killed him on the spot. Yes, a scientist for Neo Shocker, and Stronger kills him on the spot. Which makes the second of Neo Shocker's scientists that get killed off in the series. Yeah, by the way, Genga Khan, he doesn't really do much of anything at all. Not really. But these episodes are still pretty good. And in the case of basically how much is left to go for this series, there is currently, with finishing episode 40, I have exactly 14 episodes left to go for Kamen Rider Skyrider. Yes, 14 left. And I have this theory, I'm going to finish the series up by the weekend. At the latest. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly it, particular view. Next up is a Comic Corner, and I'm going to go straight to do Welcome to what's going on. Okay, next video. Bye.